Where do I start from? Um, it's been a minute. Let's wait. It's been more than a minute. I know. Guilty as charged. I'm sorry. My apologies, but life has been happening. Life has been happening lately. That's why I'm here to give you guys that gist. So, if you're new to my channel, I'm your host, Peace Ode. Welcome back to Moments with Peace. Yay! Have you guys been? A lot has happened within the space of 1 year, which was the last time I was here, I think. Well, this is the first time I'm going to say a lot on my channel. Or rather, I was involved in an accident. Trust me, I didn't know I was going to survive it. Like, the whole experience, everything that happened was traumatizing. I'll just give you a small just time. So if you've not subscribed to my channel, I'm gonna put the link below. Subscribe button. Turn on your notifications so whenever I drop gist, whenever I drop content, you'll be the first to be notified. Yeah? Okay. Back to what happened. Yeah, I was in a car, a couple of my friends, and then we were driving. Normally, I was sitting in the front with my seatbelt on, as usual. I mean, I'm very, very low abiding. Trust me, whenever I enter the front seat, the next thing that I'm doing is raising my hand to get the strap on. Like, I got so used to it back in the days when I schooled in Calabar. Well, that's me digressing. Back to the gist. Anyways, so we're on the right way of the road, and another car came from the left side and ran into the car that I was in, with me sitting in the front. And the next thing I heard was just saw like this flashlight, and boom, it was pitch dark. But what I could remember was like I had serious headache, like instantly it was just bam, like someone hit my head, and it was so much. I had to hold my head. I know did like this, try to cover my face so nothing gets into my eye or something. But apparently, the airbag from the other seat, something flew out from it and then flew to my side of the car and hit my head, and my hand hit my head. So, yeah, gave me a very, very deep cut. I just know I started seeing like I felt something liquid, and cars stopped, people gathered. It was in a popular street in Abuja. I think we're very familiar with Abuja, but that's Kusetu. Car parked, and then we got down, and people now tried to gather around to help and all of that. Funny thing, in the midst of all this that was happening, I sha knew that I heard one auntie was saying, "Oh, auntie, give me your bag. Let me help you. Give me." And I've heard stories. I mean, I've watched videos. I've seen things that they say, "Oh, in accidents, and people run to pick things." In fact, I was once a victim when I had like, well, I don't want to talk about that, but that was like years back. They stole someone's phone in all of the whole drama that was happening. So yeah, when this happened, and I heard the lady say, "Oh, auntie, give me your bag, give me your phone. No, give me your bag. Sorry." She said, "Give me your bag. Let me help you." In my head, I'm like, "Auntie, chill. I just had an accident. I'm not brain dead. I know what you're trying to do." Almost. That's how I grabbed my bag. I held it tight. I shall like try to. I was lifting my head because at first I thought I was bleeding. I used to have this. Myself and my sister used to have this nose bleeding thing when we were little. So when that accident happened, I just said, "Oh, it probably triggered something in my nose here." And then I started bleeding. So I just knew, oh, then just lift your head up. So that was what I did. And so when the auntie was like, "Oh, I just heard her voice," and I closed my eyes, and she was like, "Oh, auntie, give me your bag. Let me help you. Is there any valuables?" Before these boys, Hausa boys go, they still, that's what she was trying to say. But I knew where she was going because, like I said, I've watched videos, I've heard things, and people say, "This is what these guys do. They just wait instead of them to come and help you. They just start flashing you like taking pictures and all of that, or steal your valuables." So immediately I just grabbed, it was like a small pocket purse or bag. I just put it beneath my armpits, make sure it was properly zipped. Then I lifted my head up. And a couple of drivers around came around to help every other person that was in the car and all of that. And they were like, okay, madam, what hospital do you want to go to? And they said there was Wuse General Hospital and there was Militama General Hospital. I got scared when I just heard that. I'm like, God, Nigeria. And I think weeks before that time, there was an incident that happened at Militama Hospital that they took somebody there and they refused to attend to them because they needed police reports, sorry, and all of that. But man, I just said Militama General Hospital because I think it was closer to where the accident happened. So supposed to meet at my hospital. Thankfully, they attended to us. I got stitched. In fact, Nigerian hospitals need to do better. There was no form of empathy. The tools. I just kept praying. I was like, God, like when I lay down, and I was just like, oh, they're going to shave out my eyebrow because the cut was quite deep and it got like pretty close to my eyes. I just thank God just kept thinking, is this thing even sterilized? At that point, well, I didn't want to, I just wanted solution and what to make me feel better. So they took off my eyebrow. I just lay down there staring at the ceiling. I was like, hey God, God forbid. Is this how I would have just gone? Like if I tell you that so many thoughts were not coming into my head, I'm like, my sister does she even know? Like I didn't call her. I just didn't want to put anybody on that page. I didn't call my parents when it happened. I just wanted to go and sort myself out, feel better, and then maybe start letting them know, oh, this is what happened to me, and all of that. I just said, good. I just lay down and I was thinking about my life. Well, the nurse or the person that was there obviously seemed really scared with the deep cuts, so she had to go and call her supervisor, and the man came and was like, you know, fit so for my non-Nigerians on my channel, it means you can't do it. And she was like, yeah, yes, please help me. So he went ahead and he was trying to form conversations with me. Obviously, he went ahead, stitched it, and he kept asking if it was like painful, if I could feel like a lot of pain, I should let him know. At some point, I was like, yes, 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 it's okay. Because he was just, oh my God, I felt the needle, boom. He was trying to stitch both ends. He would pull it, pull it. I'm like, guy, I can't feel. It will give me lots of injection. Anyways, long and short, they stitched it. I was good to go, and I went out, got a cab, and got back home. No, another trauma. When I got home, I knocked on my gate, and my security opened the door. Immediately, he saw me, was like, ah, auntie, waiting happen. Obviously, because I left the house barely how many minutes or an hour ago, and I'm back. My head stitched with plaster. He was like, Auntie, what's happened? I said, I get accident too. She said, sorry, this guy was just looking at me. That's how I walked and got to my door and I knocked. At that moment, I don't know how steady it is. I didn't want to scare my sister, so I just knocked very gently. She didn't hear me, obviously. That one can sleep for Africa. She can even be sleeping while in a boat is, or she be doing like this. Sha, I knocked and she did not respond. So I knocked harder and she came, okay, obviously opened the door and backed in and continued going. But what she did next was very funny because I think like in her subconscious, she just felt, wait, rewind. I think I saw something. Obviously she was sleeping when she came to get the door for me. And she turned and looked at me and she was like, she did like this. She said, oh my God, what happened? Are you okay? No, 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 having questions. I was like, calm down, I'm fine. My earrings? Give me a minute. So yeah, I was like, calm down, I'm fine. She just had an accident, blah 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 blah. Told her everything that happened. She was like, she had an outdoor event to attend to that day. She was like, she's not going to go, she's going to cancel, she's going to stay with me. I said, what's the worst that can happen? I'm really okay. I got stitched up, I'm very fine. I just need some time to rest because at that moment my head was still aching me. I just said, please, just go and do you. I would always like, I'll keep my phone close if I need to call you, whatnot, blah 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 blah. She went, I stayed at home. I had to elevate my head and then I really slept. I took like pain relievers and then I slept. Felt a lot better when I woke up, but then She got back. Next day we had to tell my folks. They came around every day, and I kept checking, calling, and all of that. And so I was told to take out the stitches, like I think in a few days, 6 to 7 days or thereabout. I went to the hospital now close by to where I stay, and the check was like, oh, it still needed a little healing. I got went back home. My sister and I, oh my god, thank you all best. She's really the best. She was just by me, my family, everybody, friends called. I had to take time off work for a couple of months because my head kept banging. I had like my eyes too at some point they're disturbing me. I think it was the effect of like the fact that I hit my head. At some point I was so scared. I was like, okay, I had to go. And my mom now said it's best I do like an MRI for them to do like a holistic check. So I, at some in fact that's me fast forwarding, I'll get there. Sha, I kept going to the hospital for checkups and all of that. And then it got to the day they need to take the stitch out, and I went, and the doctor removed the plaster. I kept going for dressing and cleaning, obviously. She was like, where did you have these stitches? Or who did this? I was like, oh, I narrated everything that happened. I told her it was at Maitama, you know. So she was like, she hates when doctors behave like this. That the guy just practically just did like jaka jaka kind of stitch, just oh okay, pack your things and go, everything. And obviously that's why it came out the way it came out. But she was like, okay, you're a fine girl, you heal up and all of that. At that point I really was not happy. I felt so down. I was like, which one is this one I like doing? Anyways, um yeah, so it was taken out, and it's still really healing. It healed really fast, thank god for good skin. Yeah, and that's an advice to people who bleach their skin, because I heard a lot at the hospital. Oh, if you had tampered with your skin, if you had used all these skin brightening soap or cream, that's not to shade anybody. Trust me. I'm just saying, like in the future, all those things would one way or the other have effect. I'm not saying through an accident, obviously, but you know what? It is altering your natural body. You're ready to face whatever comes with it. Sure. So that's what happened. And then little by little, I started getting better. At some point, I had to wear shades because my whole face, I started to look like a Chinese person. My whole face, my eyes were swollen. That was like on the third day. The effect, apparently, like when you have this massive, when you hit something, it doesn't start to swell immediately. So that's what happened. Because when the accident happened, yes, I felt headache, but like there was no serious swelling. So from the second, third day, I started swelling a lot. Everything went down. I got better. I started going to hospital. So I had to go and run the MRI. Went. I did the MRI. They said, oh, everything was fine. There was really nothing wrong with me. I just needed more rest because I was complaining of headaches and all that. And I felt like if I pressed some side of my head, I think I was pressing like a compression. All manner of thoughts was entering my head. I told my mom, could it be fluid that was in my head or whatnot? So she was like, instead of all this back and forth, and is it this or is it not this? Just come and go and check. So that's how I went to check. But thank God, to God be the glory. Everything was fine. I had to take some couple of time now to heal, not just physically, but emotionally, because to be honest, it was really traumatic. Like sometimes when I sit in front of a car right now, I like once the car is speeding a lot, I just start to think. I'm looking right, if I crossroads, I'm already looking left, right, center, look left again, look right, like I'm over calculating. And I could tell that it was really, really telling on me. It just made me really more paranoid and just so scared of speeding. Originally, I don't even really like when I'm in a vehicle and you're speeding a lot, but that like doubled. Yeah. Like yeah, that was it. So I went to the hospital steady. So by the time I got better, I noticed like I still had like a swollen part on the head. I was like, I don't like how I'm looking. I told my sister. So we checked out like a couple of estheticians and clinics, and then I got to see this page, Skin 101. Yeah, I, I think they have like a branch in Lagos and Abuja. But I booked, I got an appointment with an esthetician and then checked. I said, oh, it's swelling a bit. I really don't like the way it's looking. They told me some procedures that they'll do that could reduce the inflammation. So I got back again. I booked an appointment, came back. I had to inject some stuff there, so it reduced the swelling a lot ever since. And then they gave me like some cream to keep applying. But yeah, started healing and healing. Like, obviously, I resumed work. Yeah, started working well and all of that. So that was that. But aside that, I'm just thankful to God, thankful for life. Like sometimes I just think back, I'm like, God forbid, is that how the enemy would have gone? Do you understand? Life is just so. I'm happy that I'm here, that I can sit down and make a video again and be here with the people I love. Like I've always been grateful for life, but I think that really got me thinking, like, hold God, oh, do you get? Thank you to God for life that it didn't go as the devil planned it, because trust me, I know that whatever the devil always plans is usually worse than what we see. Yeah. So I'm happy I'm here and thank God. So aside that, like I said, life's been happening. There's just been a lot going on. That's one of it. I got to read a couple of books. Yeah, I usually used to read a lot, but then I stopped for a bit. But now I've been back, and one day I just told myself, "Oh, I just wanted something different. I was tired of the kind of books that I was reading." And funny enough, I've not read any Nigerian book. As a Nigerian, imagine. Sha, um, my star now recommended a book for me, The List. That's the name. Like, name just stuck. I don't know if it's because it's the first Nigerian book I read, or if it's even because of the plot, the storyline. It was really nice. It was really nice. It was giving vibes of all these bloggers, the spot on celebrity news and all of that, like them, the gist lovers and all that, exactly. So that's what the book was about, basically. But it was really, really nice. That's my first Nigerian book. The List is such a good book. Shout out to the author of that book. And yeah, a lot. Basically, that's all that's been happening. I've just been doing me. I just thank God that I'm here. Like I said earlier, growing, glowing, making more money. And yeah, my sister also celebrated her birthday. My baby's a big baby now. She's a 30-year-old. She's on the third floor. So it's been one good thing to another. I just said to take every day as it comes, guys. I don't want to, you know, start to think so far. I'm an overthinker. And when I tell you that I can blow up a conversation, blow up a scenario in my head, trust me, you don't want to be in this head. But yeah, lately I've just told myself one step at a time. Like, we'd figure the rest out when we get there, but like little by little, whine you. I think that's how they say it. Sure, that's about it. But hopefully, definitely, I won't stay out this long again. Whatever it is, I'm just going to be pumping it out there. Yeah. Thank you for sticking by. I just thought to, come around and see everything, tell you all that's been happening lately, from surviving that accident and going back to my reading space and drawing. I had like a drawing session. My sister has been pushing. Sometimes, this thing that they say writers have this writer's block. I think it also happens. No, I think it definitely happens to artists. And again, I don't want to call myself an artist yet, but I used to draw. I draw, and yeah, I've been drawing again. It's been so nice, so calming. I'll try and put out a little thing that I did recently, maybe my short video or somewhere. I'll try and put it out so you guys can also see it. So, thank you for staying with me. Please subscribe to my channel, please, and you could turn on your notification button so that when I post like this, you'd be the first to know. It's been a good time being here. I love you guys and see you soon. Bye.